One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to a city immortalized in song, Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium, and home to the Western Michigan Broncos. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. The Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Broncos offense will come out first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress at defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yet defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Got the first down and more. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Wide receiver going in motion. Now on the move. Short gain on the play before he slides. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Here's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Michigan's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And What a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And it's the free safety. He comes in and makes the sack. We don't get to say that very often. Usually back in coverage, but you could tell I had a little speed there. Go get the quarterback, go get him on the ground.
And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll leave it with him. Plows through the defense. Gets it past the marker. He got loose, almost housed it.
Coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of...
Intercepted to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see that quarterback make.
They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Open field on the right. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Quarterback on the keeper. Cross, headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! What a perfect play call to get the score.
And you're watching the backside on all your runs, making sure that backside, you're not cheating, not flying to the football. The offense saw something, caught him in it, and the defense didn't have an answer. The reverse works to perfection.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man in the middle.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Fresno State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West.
There he goes. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Shows him the stiff arm.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The give from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Unloads to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return. What a play to get the football back.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Finding open areas. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The give to the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Swings it out to his running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. Trying to beat him to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. The Broncos will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
They'll toss it to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They feed him again. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Pulled and fired complete. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Right back to the well. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Quick shovel pass. Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Turns it loose. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Broncos line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Got the quick pass. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space
just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
That's a first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. The give on the counter. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He's looking to throw on third and short. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting the sack. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Kalamazoo. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Waldo Stadium.
The Broncos will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you that number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. On third and short, the power run here. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's second and 2. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Duke is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is heading. They're trailing by 14 to Clemson. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys. Oh, he's got some space. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Man, those last two plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Western Michigan.
He's looking to throw. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tight end now in motion. The play action fake. And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Going right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Firing to the right, complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Makes the catch. It's Duarte. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. The Wolverines are flying down the field. Going with the counter play here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The lone back's got it. Running to Green. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. On the run, it's Wheeler.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the field goal unit is on the field. Splits the uprights right down the middle. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to go up top on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've come to the break. It's Western Michigan on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. To go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
And the Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So here comes the Michigan offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Bringing the heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now.
Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've been running it, but now the pass. Got his man.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete on the right side. He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's 4th down. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Going right to work up top. Under fire. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Quarterback keeps it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. They go to the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Now this offense is back on the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Punt is in the air on 4th down. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Never a reason to panic. Just run your offense. Plenty of time here. Down 1 possession late in the 4th. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Out of the gun, the running back has it. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it at the 20. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
1st and goal, Michigan.
Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime? Or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. He'll pull it on the read. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. To the ground with the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Leaves it with the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Just a couple they need to pick up here on 3rd and short in overtime. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Defense has it. If he takes it all the way, they win the game.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Under fire. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Now 3rd down, and they just don't want to move backwards to give their kicker a chance to win it in OT. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited.